nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, this is mock test 8. Okay, so for all the people that are here for the first time, we record all the sessions and we upload them to the YouTube channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. You can find all the previous sessions under the playlists. There's a playlist for Melbo Escapes Porn and for Infos That's Porn, so you can catch up if this is your first time. We started practicing in February, so we've been at it for over a month now, if not two, well, okay, almost 2 months. All right, 44 days to the test, so slowly running out of time. Last time it was 48 days, now it's 44 days, and next time is going to be even less time. So, excuse me. Consistency is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Keep crossing it. And the way you stay consistent and keep crossing is to complete your profile. Get your profile to 100%. So if you're here for the first time, you do not have a profile, but if you participate in today's session, you will get a profile automatically. I sent you a link on how to find your profile. Watch that, find your profile, and start the work of getting your profile to 100%. Time to give shout outs. So Bell29, we all know who Bell29 is. We've seen, I'm guessing it's a lady. We've seen her in the top 5 many, many times. She completed 121 quizzes today. Round of applause. All right. Let's get on with it. All right. This is a frequently asked question. I hope, well, let's see how you guys do today. This is a frequently asked question. It shows most of you got this right. For the people that got this wrong, you have to get this right, okay? You must know the answer to every single one of the questions. There's about 200 of them. So you're going to see at least 10 to 15 of those questions on the day of the test. So an easy way to prepare yourself is just go and get acquainted with that. Excuse me. On to the next one. All right. So, should a minister be a member of parliament? The answer is no. So the prime minister can appoint a minister that's not a member of parliament. This is also a frequently asked question. Majority of you got this right. Well done. 22 of you got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Make sure you get it right next time. On to the next one. You guys are doing really well today. Wow! Only 15 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All your mistakes will show up on your profile. As usual, you can fix them. All right, next one. Okay. You guys are really doing well today. This is what I like to see. I hope you guys are feeling good about how well you're doing. 111 players have reached an answer streak of 4. So that's 111 players actually have a perfect score.
Perfect score.
All right. Next one. Okay, so this is chapter 5. I can see that there's still some people that have this as a weak spot. Chapter 5 is literature. Velvine was written by Herman Bang. Well, there's not much else to say about this. 66 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right, before we move on, I would like to show you guys. So I'm sure, well, I know some of you have actually seen what I'm about to show you. So if you look at your profile, you will see that these quizzes are beginning to appear. And for instance, this one is the one with basically everyone in literature. This is the politicians. I put this up yesterday. Shout out to Aki and all the other people that have actually. I put it up immediately, and next thing I saw, someone had completed a quiz. I was like, okay, these guys are really on the job. And of course, the kings and queens. Some of them are not complete. I will be adding a bit more, and when I add a quiz, you'll see your progress is going to reduce in this. I'm going to be adding, the rest as the days go by, so keep an eye out. And someone pointed out to me that the current affairs was missing. I made a mistake and removed that, so I'll put it back again. Sorry about that. All right. On to the next one. Okay. So at the moment we have Fatah Yanzaman, Baladai, Pan, and 2025, 40 up 44 places. Helpful Rhino is the highest climber. Well done.
Great job.
Next one. All right. You guys are killing it tonight, huh?
Excellent.
Next one. Baladai is out. Pan now at number 3. Even Rocks is in the top 5. 2025 at number 4. Next one. This is chapter 5 as well. All right. Majority of you got this right as well. 39 people got it wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Can someone share the game pin with Ayub, please? Okay, yes, so Bjark Ingels designed Copenhagen. Next one. Thomas making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, so the share of Danish farming that's organic is 11.7%. 7%. This is a not so frequently asked question, but 96 people got this right. Round of applause. 61 of you got this. Wait, is it 60? Yeah, 61 of you got this wrong. Not too bad. It will show up in your profile as usual. You guys are doing really well today. I want to see if we can actually get the number of questions correct over 70 today, but let's see. Let's see how that goes. All right, so Fatem made that mistake and now out of the top five, 2025 now at number one, Yenzaman holding that number two spot, Pan at number three. Balada is back in the top five, number four, and Andre is now at number five. Masik making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Well done to you guys. So far, so good. On to the next one. You know the answer to this, right? I wasn't victim shaming him, man. Oh, you were too slow. Yeah. Okay. At least nobody chose 21 years old. What am I saying? Okay. So to buy beer and wine, you have to be at least 16 years old. To buy strong spirits like vodka, rum, whiskey, and cigarettes, you have to be 18 years old. So please make that distinction. I can see a majority of you actually chose 18. And yeah, the answer to this is 16. I'll repeat again. To buy beer and wine, you have to be 16. To buy strong spirits like vodka and whiskey and so on and so forth, and cigarettes, you have to be 18. All right. Next one. Okay, I see that question, the previous question is causing some controversy in the chat. So if that question actually shows up in the real test, make sure you answer with what is in the book. Yeah. Christian the Fourth was around during the Renaissance. Actually, this was removed from the book. Not sure why I actually left it in here. But anyways, yeah, just ignore this question. On to the next one. All right. What's going on here? 2025 Yenzaman Andre. Top three, Bell 29, who had the shout out for today, now in the top five. Nicholas at Bell 29 at number four, Nicholas at number five. SM is back with an answer streak of 3. Well done. Next one. Talked about this a bunch of times. Okay, we talked about this a bunch of times. So Paul Schluter was the only prime minister from the Conservative People's Party. He took over the government from the Social Democrats in 1982. He was quite popular, so he lasted about 11 years, and he helped Denmark recover economically. I put him up on the profile, I think. So under here, you can see prime ministers. That's him. And all these prime ministers are arranged in order of their terms, from the earliest to, well, Mette Frederiksen isn't here, but yeah. the one before her. All right. Moving on. I can see that was a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. It will show up on your profile. Okay. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
And the book will not be updated before the test. So don't worry about that.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Excellent.
145 people got that right. 12 people got that wrong. I was actually expecting it to be less people that got this right, but you surprised me.
Wow!
Well done. Only 12 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. It will show up on your profile. Hanny making a comeback 3 in a row. Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. So a military partnership. The agreement for a military partnership between Denmark and the US was signed in 1951. So 3 years off, no, wait, 2 years after Denmark joined NATO. 75 people got this wrong, so almost half of you.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. That was a weak spot. Top 5 has been completely reshuffled. And surprise, surprise, Bell 29 is at number 1. Well, not so much of a surprise because Bell 29 has been putting in that crazy work. So round of applause to Bell 29. Baladai, Deaf, Not a Dane at number 3. Nicholas at number 4. And Sanaper at number 5. Not seeing this person at number 3. Well done.
Great job.
Nicholas, I think I've seen Sanaper definitely. Ola is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
All right. Let's see what happens next. $15,000 people died in Denmark during the Spanish flu. And this was around World War I. Okay, so we're beginning to run into like your weak spots. 70 people got this wrong. Well, now you know what you don't know. It's better to make the mistakes here than to make them in the actual test. All right. Helpful Rhino, back with an answer streak of 3. By the way, Helpful Rhino, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but this person is really very ambitious, has 2 profiles, and both of those profiles are in the top 5, or is it the top 10? As a matter of fact, let's have a look. Yeah, number 4 and 5. Well done. If that isn't dedication, I don't know what is. Wow.
Wow!
Next one. You know the answer to this, right? Let's see. Yep. 143 people got this right. This is also a frequently asked question. England bombarded Copenhagen in 1807. All right. 19 people got that wrong. Please get it right. It's a frequently asked question. I'm quite happy that you guys are doing really well in the FAQs. That means you have been practicing, and that means that you consider them as important. You will definitely be seeing, like I said before, I know I sound like a broken record, but you will be seeing at least 10 to 15 of those questions on the actual test. So please make sure you cover that information. Ortiz 25 making a comeback 3 in a row. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Next one. Look, I know this question is throwing off a lot of you guys, but it's actually quite simple. Just look at the numbers and you can guess, right? Even if you don't know the actual number. This is in the book, okay? So it might seem like an odd question, but this is actually in the book. And there could be questions from any part of the book. You guys still did well. Round of applause. All right, can someone please share the pin with Camilla? All right, on to the next one. We have a static top 5 yet again. Imadios back with an answer streak of 3. Well done. We are almost halfway through. Okay, another FAQ. There is no death sentence in Denmark. 15 people got that wrong. Fix that. It will show up on your profile. Def Notre Dame fell out. Who came in? Nicholas is in there. Jensman back in and 2025. At number 5, Logan back with an answer streak of 3. Well done. You've seen this before as well. Okay. 147 people got this right.
Excellent.
16 people got it wrong. Hopefully it's not the same people that have been failing those questions, but even if it is,
Now you know what you don't know.
the purpose is to come here, figure out what you don't know, go back to your profile, practice, 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 come back, test yourself again, and keep doing this over and over again. Okay.
Static top 5.
Balladai, Bell 29, Nicholas Jensman 2025. 9 players hit an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. It is in the book. Okay, so in 1953, the Danish constitution was changed. One of the changes, so there were several changes that were made. One of the changes was that females were allowed to inherit the throne. Another one of the changes was that Landsting was abolished. There used to be Landsting and Folketing. Landsting was abolished, and the other one, what was it? So it was Landsting, Folketing. And the parliamentary principle was written into the Constitution as well. So those were the three changes. Okay, so 55 people got this wrong, 105 got this right. Round of applause to 105. For the 55 of you that got this wrong, it will appear on your profile. 5 players lost the answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. All right. We are halfway through now. Okay. 10 people got that wrong. FAQ, Marshall Plan from the US, George Marshall. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Helena is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
All right, we are halfway through now. Next one. (1956) also frequently asked. 33 got that wrong. 132 got that right. Next. You've seen this before. Read it slowly. First female minister, Nina Bang, 1924. She was a Social Democrat and she was appointed by Torvalds Downing, who was the first Social Democratic Prime Minister. Next one.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how you guys do. Right, so she showed that the Earth had an inner core. How many people got this wrong? 57 people got that wrong. So this is actually one of the most frequently watched videos on the channel, the shorts. So she's quite popular. Anyways, we're moving on. I don't want to sidetrack now. All right. Zahi, highest climber, up 11 places. Next one. Okay, FAQ. 18 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. VLI back with an answer streak of 3. We've had a static top 5 for 2 questions so far.
Static top 5.
Next one. All right. right. So this question is about, for instance, what happened with Inger Støjberg. She was actually convicted, but she's still in parliament, and that's because the other members of parliament still deem her worthy to be there. Okay, so how many people got this wrong? 9. God, my math is off now. 9 plus 4 is 13, carry over 1, so that's 73 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
On to the next one. Sorry, not Balladide. Bell 29, back at number 1. 8 players just dropped an answer streak of 3. Next one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so this is also chapter 5 under artists, and Bjorn Norgård. He made these tapestries, 17 big tapestries. I think one of them is in Christian's Boar. Is it Amelian Boar? I can't remember. But yeah, this is a weak spot. 84 people got this wrong. It's a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay, if you're not doing well in this, don't feel bad. Make your mistakes here, fix them on your profile later. Moeza back in the game. Next one. All right, 2009 to 2011, and then 2015 to 2019. How many people got this wrong? 34. Nicholas now in the top 3 on the podium at number 3. Jensemann fell to number 4, and Def Notre Dame back in the top 5 at number 5. 10 players have reached an answer streak of 4. Next one. Come on, guys. You know. You know this, right? Let's see if we can get an explosion. Unless there's a troll here, which I guess there is. So we'll see. Okay. 5 people. It's 4 years. 445. So every 4 years, Folketing elections, every 4 years, regional and communal elections, and every 5 years, European Parliament elections. Next one. Jensemann took his spot back. Anya back with an answer streak of 3. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, so the first train tracks in Denmark were between Copenhagen and Roskilde. 20 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Artem is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, next one. You know the answer to this. How did you know it was 5 people, man? Okay. So 5 people got this wrong. 159 got this right.
Excellent.
Okay. Static top 5 again. SK highest climber up 3 places. FAQ as well. Okay. After 1920, that was the end of World War One. Denmark reunited with Sønderjylland. They lost Sønderjylland in the Second Schleswig War, 1864. 24 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Baladai now at number 1. Jensman up 2. Nicholas up at 3. Bell 29 fell to number 4. And Def Notre Dame holding number 5. 10 players reached an answer streak of 8.
Great job.
All right, so we have 14 questions to go. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Not so frequently asked question. Thousand 400 square kilometers. Actually, majority of you got this right. Um, 48 people got that wrong. Okay, so we have another one of these special moments. So Baladai is number 1. Baladai has a perfect score because the first 5 questions were slides and Baladai is on fire. So here we go. Perfect score.
Perfect score.
Hard work pays off. Consistency pays off. Focus and do this thing and get this test out of the way so you never have to think about it ever again in your life. Just find the time. You know, I saw some people in the chat saying, oh, they can't find the time. I understand. I understand. You know, I have a full-time job as well as, you know, all of you. You can't become a Danish citizen if you don't have a full-time job. I understand that, but find the time and it will pay off. Okay? All right. Next one. All right. So majority of the governments since World War II have been minority governments. So a minority government is a government that is made up of parties that don't have a majority in parliament. However, the most recent government is a majority government. So it's made up of the Social Democrats, Venstre, and Moderaterne, and combined they have a majority in parliament. Okay, 27 people got that wrong. Not too bad.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. TTT is back with an answer streak of 3. FAQ. Okay. Oh, wow. So this question has, well, for tonight, it's had the most correct answers. Round of applause. Okay, 160 people got that right. 3 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. It's 24 hours. All right. We have Baladai, Enderman, Nicholas 2025, and Andre top 5. Ortiz 25 back in the game, 3 in a row.
Excellent.
The next question is the last history question, and then we move to current affairs. Okay, 15.5%. All right. Okay, just before we go into current affairs, we have Baladai, Yenderman, Nicholas, 2025, Andre. That was a combo breaker. 5 players dropped the answer streak of 8. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we have 44 days. I could see there's a heated conversation happening in the chat right now. We have 44 days. That's way more than enough time that you need to prepare. People have done it in a month, which is 30 days. And if you start now and focus and actually put in the work, you can prepare yourself for this. So just start, okay? Just start. And I don't recommend starting by reading the book. Start with the quizzes. You know what? Let me just see if I can, let me see, open Chrome. I need to show you guys this thing. Let me get this up. Because maybe I'm not doing a good job at communicating this, but let me find Chantel. Okay, so Chantel scored 45 out of 45. I will share this link in the chat. You guys check out her tips. Okay, she got 100%, and she shares all her tips. So she took this in December 2023. That's her results. I also posted that. I posted her results as well. Look through her tips and look what she says. It feels daunting at first. And I know, like I always say, it feels like some kind of emotional mountain you have to climb to actually start, but just start. She says, break it into chunks, read the book and do the quizzes as you read. You should be able to find the answers to every question as you go along. But just start. Okay? All right. Moving on. Next one. So we're going into current affairs now. Chibs, this was from 2023. Things have changed from that time. No, things haven't changed actually. It's still 45 questions. It's still 35 questions from history, 5 questions from current affairs, and 5 questions from Danish values. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so only 22 people actually read the news or read the posts that I put on Facebook. But anyways, so the government has proposed a 50 billion fund for the military. The fund is called the Acceleration Fund. So you can actually find this on the government website under the news. Sometimes it takes a bit time to load. And I think it's here, this one here. So have a look at this website. Have a look at the Defense Ministry website as well. Keep an eye out here. Okay. The theme of this is defense and the military. There's usually at least one question from there. Well, since the Ukraine war. All right. Nicholas now at number 2. Uru KBH is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Next one. All right. So a previous health minister is well, she's basically leaving politics. She isn't standing for the next elections from the Social Democrats. And it's Astrid Carr. The theme of this is retiring politicians. Do I think this is going to show up? I don't think so. I don't think she pulls that much cultural significance. When what's her name? Pia Kjærsgaard was retiring, that actually showed up, but she's you know, a major figure in Danish politics. Astrid, not so much, but if it shows up, at least we've seen it. Okay. Next one. All right. So this is the theme of this is the government. So the government is made up of the prime minister and all the ministers. There is a quiz covering the government on your profile. I mistakenly unpublished it, so I will publish it again. Sorry about that. That was a mistake for the 61 of you that got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. All your mistakes will appear on your profile. Okay, Nicholas has a streak with 38 correct answers in a row. Okay, so we have another special moment here. Nicholas has a perfect score. Nicholas is number 1. And Nicholas is on fire. So well done. So we've had 2 special moments tonight for individuals, Baladai and Nicholas. Well done. Round of applause to you guys. All right, moving on. Change your name to Nicholas. Okay, so the theme of this is state visits. So whenever the president of some other country visits Denmark, or the king or the prime minister visits some other country on an official state visit, that could show up in the test. So in December 2024, the Egyptian president actually came to Denmark for the first time. And I think a couple years ago, was it a year ago, Mette Frederiksen actually visited Egypt. Yeah, for the people that got this wrong, I can see 100 and 3 of you got this wrong. 55 people got this right. Round of applause to the 55. And for the rest of you that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
it will appear under your current affairs and the rest of your profile. All right. Last current affairs question. Jens Amand slowly but surely got back to the top. 11 players reached an answer streak of 3. On to the next one. All right. Majority of you got this right. It's Lars Løkke Rasmussen, former prime minister. He used to be in Venstre. Now he created a new party called Moderaterne. They were voted into parliament for the first time. Last, what, 2022? Yeah. Anyways, 25 of you got this wrong. That was the last current affairs question. We have a static top 5. We're moving on to Danish values. Like I said, we're going to have our Danish values session in May. I'm not going to be talking too much about this, but let's see how you guys do. Okay. All right. Well done. Maria, I'll answer you in a second, okay? Okay, so to pass the test, you need to score at least 36 out of 45 questions correct. And out of that 36, at least 4 out of 5 of the Danish values questions need to be correct. So the last 5 questions are the Danish values questions. They are the most important questions. The good news is that they are very easy, and it's usually a yes or a no answer. The question was, if you fail all the current affairs questions, can you still pass the test? The answer is yes. So if you fail all the current affairs questions, that means you can still get 40 out of 45 questions if you score 100% on history and if you score 100% on Danish values. So, but you're not going to fail all the current affairs questions because you're going to see some of the questions that we've actually practiced here. So far, my hit rate has been 4 out of 5. I've been able to actually, we've been able to actually practice 4 out of the 5 current affairs questions that show up. So let's see how the next exam will be. But my track record has been good so far. So let's see. All right, on to the next one. Okay, you guys are doing really well on these questions. We've got 2 more and then we're done. Static top 5, Tanya making a comeback with 3 in a row. Wow. All right. Last question, and we're done for tonight. Static top 5 again. All right. I want to see if we get over 67. If we get over 67, I'm giving an explosion. So let's see. Okay, 20 people got that wrong. Podium. Baladai at number 3. Nicholas at number 2. And of course, Yenzemat at number 1. All right. We have Bell 29 and Aki 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.